what happens when you do the checkout without nitrous or without air.
Okay.
And only way you can check the machine without nitrous or without air is to have your tanks at 0. It's the only way. Or not have them plugged into the walls, right? So we're gonna do a full test. Put the bag to vent, switch to vent, open the Y and hit confirm. All I'm showing you is that the machine's looking for nitrous, and if it doesn't see it after you've done the checkout, you're always gonna have. If you've done the checkout with nitrous and air, it's always gonna be looking for that.
Okay. All right.
If you try to use it and it gets below 300, it's gonna just remind you, you're below 300 on nitrous and air. You don't have to worry, but you need to know you're below the limit. The alarms are gonna tell you that you are. But if you do the checkout and bypass those 2 checks, so I'll show you what will happen. If I never check the machine with nitrous or air, it has it's not gonna alarm at me.
Okay.
So we're gonna confirm that. Turn this to 1, confirm. Do they use nitrous or air here much?
Not very often, but yeah, we do have 1 or 2 anesthesiologists ask us to leave open. But yeah.
And that's because they want to be able to go to it if they need it.
Yes.
And they can't go to it if they need it if it's closed.
So if we have 2 different way, one is test on, this one you're going to show us is bypass. What usually another center they do, which way?
Test it with it open.
With open?
Yes.
Okay.
Make sure you
Okay.
test the performance of
Okay,
nitrous and
okay,
air.
Okay, and after we test it, we can we close it. Okay,
For sure.
got it. Okay.
But I'm gonna if you're never gonna use nitrous or air, then you don't need to test it. But but just by opening the tank and closing it, you put gas in the lines, so the machine thinks you have air and nitrous, because there's gas in the pressure lines. So adjust nitrous higher than 6. Well, I don't have any nitrous. We didn't have this little skip before. I'm gonna skip it. Adjust oxygen greater than 3. Turn off the oxygen. It's a really different look when you don't have those 2 tanks.
Yes.
Adjust air. Well, I don't have any, so I'm gonna skip it. Bag to vent, switch to bag, set APL halfway between 30 and 70, and hit confirm. I'm still gonna have these notices. They're not gonna go away. They'll only go away when I turn the machine off.
Oh, okay.
I have to reboot the machine.
But it won't alarm.
It's not gonna alarm.
Okay, that's
Nope.
yeah.
Nope. Anything blue like that is just informational. It's just a visual.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, so we're all done. Start case, but that's still there. The only way for me to get rid of that
Turn off.
is to turn it off. I won't have to recheck it again because I already did the check. The check.
Okay.
So there's 3 clocks on the machine. There's a clock for time. There's a clock for the checkout, and there's the clock for powering on and off the machine. The machine likes to be powered off every 24 hours. The checkout likes to be done every 24 hours, and there's a time clock. These 2 don't coincide, the checkout and the turning on and off, unless you make them, unless you turn them off and on and then do the checkout at the same time. Like, that's what I teach people to do, is if you come in the morning and somebody left the machine on all night, I would do the checkout and turn the power on and off at the same, so you marry them up together. Like in a trauma room or labor and delivery, they leave the machines on all night long. So when the tech comes in and does the checkout in the morning, we teach the tech to turn the machine on and off, and so it can do its internal checks. then we power it back on, and then they do a checkout. So then they sync the two clocks. They sync the checkout and the power clock. I would say you're not gonna really have that problem because you guys turn your machines off at night, right? Yeah. So now it's gone. But my checkout's all done, right? I did my checkout at 7 o'clock. Tells me when I did all the, so I can start my case. And your machine's ready to go. Now, your tanks are empty. I mean, they're not empty, they're closed, and we bled off all the gas off of them, right? So technically, in a perfect world, really, honestly, you should actually crack your tanks and make sure you have tank pressures, right? You don't want to start, be like getting in an airplane and flying a plane with on reserve, you know? You don't want to get on an airplane with no gas, or you don't want to drive over the Donner Pass with an eighth of a tank of gas in a snowstorm. Now you can see the tank pressures.
Yeah, it's going up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Air
The
pressure
nitrous.
supply low.
Oh, I didn't crack it quickly enough, I guess. Oh, good. Is it better? Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, so it's still low. Maybe what was it at?
It was at
See,
1400 earlier.
What's it at now?
1700.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it okay now?
Yes. It's going down again.
Fast?
400, 300.
So we needed, so you know what, I think the gasket is cracked.
The
or something.
washer.
Yeah, the washer, so we need another
I
washer.
found it.
Is this on YouTube?
Hmm?
You got a YouTube video post somewhere
For this one?
for
Not
this?
really.
Not really. Okay.
We can put in the channel.
I know that people have requested.
Okay.
Thanks. But that's why we did that really nice video
Mm.
of the one we did. Is that Los Altos is where I did it?
Got it.
Going up. 1700.
Okay.
It's still going down. 13, 12.
Yeah, there's something going on with this. I don't know if it's the tank or the regulator on the back of the
But then
machine.
it's back to 1600.
Because I have it open.
Oh, okay.
And I'm gonna leave it open, so, I don't know if it's the tank or, I mean, he tested the machines, but I don't know if he tested the tank
He did
regulator.
not because we just put it in this morning.
I know, but he was here a different time and tested them. When he tests the machine, he's supposed to put tanks on the machines.
I don't think he did if it was still in there, in the other machine. Or maybe he did.
Well, he didn't do that this weekend. This was like a month and a half ago.
Oh. 'Cause this was just put it in here, they just put it in here
Yeah,
last
but
weekend.
that was just your IT people and your
Oh.
biomeds.
Oh.
They don't test the new unit. Only a GE field service engineer does that. Yeah, there's something, I mean, I don't know if it's maybe also the tank has a problem, but
Do you want to get a new tank?
let's try a new tank.
Get it?
Do we have the gas key? Because
Oh,
yesterday,
is she here?
The yellow one, the yellow.
No, I think she's here.
yesterday, Donna
Yeah,
said
yeah.
someone.
Maybe the air.
Is it
It's small
Stacy?
yellow one.